And we're back. What are we looking at today? We're looking at the Sega Genesis Tower of Power. But we're not looking at any one. We're looking at the one for the Sega Genesis Mini. Sega Genesis Mini Tower of Power. Let's roll that intro. On the left hand side we have the Sega Genesis Mini. On the right hand side we have the Sega Genesis, the standard one. Here is the Tower of Power for the Mini. Do we need the big one?
Nope.
Not at all. Sorry pal, you're out of here. Alright, so we're gonna start opening it up and check out what's inside. So what does the Tower of Power contain? It contains a cartridge that goes on top, the Sonic and Knuckles cart, which has a flap to insert the actual cartridge in as well. There's a 32x add-on and a Mega Drive as well, which is known as the Sega CD here in North America. Normally, it's an accessory that goes on the right hand side as we saw earlier. But this one, the Mega CD, since it's a Japanese version, goes right underneath the Sega Genesis. The 32X and the cartridges fit just like if they do in the North American version. So let's start taking this all out and start connecting it, see how it all fits. There we go, that's the Mega CD. Now, do any of these parts work? None of them. Nothing. Absolutely none of it at all. So what is it for? It's just basically useless accessories that do nothing but provide a visually nostalgic look to your Genesis Mini. That's the 32X. Now we're going to take out the two add-ons for the cartridge itself. So none of these parts actually work. It's purely just aesthetics. Costs roughly $55 US. Here's the Sega Genesis Mini. Is it really worth it for this price? Probably not. Are you a retro collector that must get these? Well, that's why we have one. Here's the Mega CD. Now the North American version actually fits on the right, but this is the Japanese version, which goes right underneath. They never released one. Oh, there's the 32X. They never released one for the North American version. So unfortunately, this is the only one that's available. We got the Japanese version because it fits with the actual Sega Genesis Mini North American release. There's the two cartridges. Now the actual game cart fits. There's a little flap that opens up for the one that on the left, and you can just put the actual cartridge into it. Alright, so let's start assembling it and putting it together. Now, Nintendo originally wanted to release an accessory for the Super Nintendo along with Sony, so there's like a collaboration between the two. Unfortunately, those plans didn't really pan out. Sony and Nintendo parted ways. Wow, look at that. It's looking great already. Sony and Nintendo really couldn't work out together. They couldn't function as a team. Nintendo decided, hey, you know what? We're going to use Philips as a partner. But then again, nothing really panned through. Never really worked. And then Sony decided they couldn't let all that work go to waste, decided to create the Sony PlayStation. There we go, there's the Sega Genesis Tower of Power assembled, ready to put in your shelf as a decoration piece, or you can still actually just plug it in, because it still does have the actual ports that are visible and you can definitely connect to them, and use it as a regular Sega Genesis Mini. Nope, no CDs will go inside there. And that cartridge is definitely fake as well. But nice, looks great. Awesome. As always guys, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.